You got a new album that came out this past summer, and you got a new single that just came out too.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah,
Indeed.
tell me about what you got going on.
Well, let's see. In terms of Nakrama, so I have an EP called Looking Glass. I've got the album you alluded to that came out end of June called Luke Turns, 8 songs. And I've got a new single that I released October called Grieving is Believing, and it's appropriate for this season. It's a ghost story.
Man, you do a lot of different things. I've seen you on the Strip. I've seen you performing as a percussionist in different gigs, in different bands. You just got through with a musical, or maybe you're still in it. Tell me about all the things that you do.
Yes, so I'm kind of like a hired gun all over Vegas, oftentimes behind the kit, playing drum set. More so nowadays, they have me playing drums and singing because people caught on that I can sing. I also do solo acoustic gigs as myself, just playing a various collection of popular hits, you know. I throw in some of my originals too. You know, I think you sprinkle them in, you win them over, and then you test them, and then you reward them with one they know, you know. I play in an Irish band. I play drums in an Irish band called Darby O'Gill and the Little People. And I play drums for various other bands in town. Yeah. And then there's this Nakrama thing, which is my pride and joy. But when I'm not doing music, I act. So we just wrapped A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder out at Spring Mountain Ranch with Super Summer Theater. And I was fortunate to play the lead role. And it's like a dark comedy. I keep describing it as a mix of Breaking Bad and Monty Python. In the sense that the main character, the protagonist, is kind of an anti-hero because he finds dastardly ways to meet his ends, and that usually involves unaliving some people. Yeah, but it's funny, I promise. Yeah, but that was a great joy to do. So whenever I can do like a stage production, I like to do that as well.
I just read this morning you were nominated for a role. Is it that role or a different
role? Oh,
role?
yeah. BroadwayWorld.com. I think I don't quite know how it works, but I think it's like user generated. So like people in the Vegas community, there's a branch for every city, I would assume. But the Vegas community, like the theater goers, they vote for, you know, who they want to recognize in terms of like the theater scene. So yeah, it was fortunate enough to be nominated for that role for A Gentleman's Guide, performer in a musical. My buddy Glenn, who is kind of my co-star, he got nominated as well for supporting role. And just a bunch of friends and colleagues throughout the community have all been recognized and nominated for this. So it's really just, from there, it's just by vote. So you can just go on and vote, and whoever wants to vote for stuff like that.
What was that called? Broadway
World.
BroadwayWorld.com.
Yeah, Broadway World. Yeah, so very, very flattering, a nice honor. So that's not why I do it, but it is nice. It's like a little sprinkle on top of the cake, you know.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Australian Bee Gees show. Great show. How long have you been a member of that crew?
Let's see. I joined with the guys 2022. I think my first show was March of that year. I auditioned in January of that year. My first show was March. So I auditioned to be a substitute to portray 2 of the 3 Gibbs, so Morris and Barry. And I also, because I'm a drummer, I swing in on the drum set too when needed. So in the show, it's a 5-person cast who is also a band. So everything's live. We have tracks that have like some strings and some horns, but really that's it. All the singing is live, and we have a live guitar player, the person who plays Barry Gibb, and the person who plays Morris plays live keys. Robin just sings, lucky. And then we have a drum set, and we have a bass player. So yeah, I cover 3 of those 5 positions, and I've been with them. March, it'll be 3 years.
What's your favorite song to sing in that performance?
In that show, overall, let's see. I really like singing Tragedy. That's, I think, as far as I'm concerned, that's like the Bee Gees' most heavy metal moment.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
one of the most heavy songs they've recorded, just emotively and also sonically. And I just get to just have the guitar distorted the whole time, and so that's great. How Deep Is Your Love, I think is a beautiful song. I don't think it's as fun to play as it is to listen to. which is interesting. I'd rather just sit and listen to it, but it's a beautiful song. Yeah, and people love it. You know, you'd be surprised, but I don't get sick of Staying Alive. I think Staying Alive is a timeless tune. Yeah, but there's plenty of good stuff. I think the Bee Gees, they really had a lot of excellent material outside of the disco era. Like those, 5 years where they were everywhere. They have great stuff from the 60s, and they have great stuff from the 80s and 90s. Some of my favorite stuff is from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, mine too. Is there one called Immortality in that set?
Not that we do, although we did do Immortality once on tour. One of our crew who got hired on to drive us around in Canada, her name's Marlene. Shout out Marlene. She's also a brilliant singer, and she tours with a group called the Tonettes. And yeah, she has a gorgeous voice. And she came out and sang the Celine part with us. So we had to pressure her into doing it. Like, okay, tonight we want to do Immortality because it was her last night with us. She's like, okay. So she just walked out and we did it, and it was awesome. She's such a pro. We had a great time. But in our normal show, it's not in there. It should be. One that I really like, and then my buddy Alex, who's also on the show, he plays Robin Gibb. We're both really lobbying to get For Whom the Bell Tolls. Not Metallica's For Whom the Bell Tolls. There's a Bee Gees song called For Whom the Bell Tolls. And the music video is beautifully cheesy, but love the song. It's just so beautifully epic, and it's got that 80s production. And we desperately want it in the show. We just have to find a way to, we don't have the power, but we can influence the head honchos to see if they can sneak it in there, maybe. The show runs 6 nights a week at the Excalibur. So we sound check at 6. And that's where we work out any kinks. We go over some stuff. We get our mix dialed in, which is very important because at any given night you could have 3 different Gibbs. So there's endless permutations of Gibb brothers and rhythm section. And there have been plenty of times in one week where I was Morris one night and then the next night I was Barry. So I had to flip my mix around, I want more of me here, less of them here, or, whatever the case may be. And whenever we hire new guys, we typically rehearse them during sound check. So we get there earlier than our allotted sound check time, and then they can go over stuff. That's really it, because we do it so often. It's pretty well-oiled machine otherwise.
Do you ever miss your cues from switching from Barry to Morris?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yeah, there have been a couple times where I sang the wrong harmony. I sang a Morris harmony when I was Barry. And I was like, why does that sound weird? Because I hear the guy playing Morris in my ear. I'm like, oh, we're singing the same part. Sorry. More often when I'm Morris and I sing a Barry harmony. Yeah, it does happen. It's 2 different instruments also. So it's a bit confusing. But at the same time, it is advantageous because you have I have 3, maybe 4 different layers of understanding of each song because of 2 different harmonies I know and 3 different instruments I know of that song that I could do. So it's cool. So, yeah.
Let's talk about the Irish band because you have that vibe going on too.
Yeah.
What are the tempos in that? Are you doing the shanties and stuff like that? Is that what you play when you do the Irish thing?
Yeah, we do. We do some sea shanties. We do a couple that are a cappella. We do one that's just accompanied by me playing the floor tom, and it's just like a steady pulse. And it always goes over very well because it's very impressive. Because Andy, who's Darby, our main guy, he has to recite a whole thesaurus of words, and we just come in on the refrains with him, and we take all the glory, but he does all the work. We actually hope I'm not spoiling too much here, Andy, but we have designs to record an album of sea shanties. And that includes us writing some, so that'll be fun. But other than that, what we play in the shows, we play a lot of Irish traditional stuff. We play a lot from the band The Pogues, huge Irish band. We also just do non-Irish things, just your regular fare of things you would like to hear in a bar. You got your country roads, you got your wagon wheels, what have you, all that stuff. But we have some oddballs too. We do some grunge, we do some heavy metal, we do some Americana singer-songwriting things. We do some comedy bits, a lot of comedy. And yeah, it's an uproarious. That's not even a word, is it? I don't know. It's a hilarious, good time, and it's not family friendly necessarily. Although we have done functions where there are kids around, so we just have to dial it back a little bit. But yeah, otherwise, very rated R.
Darby O'Gill and the Little People, where do you perform with them?
Yeah, we have a residency at McMullen's Irish Pub. We also play at Hammers out in Henderson, a little closer to here. Hennessy's, we play Fremont Street. We just played Flex nightclub for the first time. Yeah, and whatever private event wants to hire us as well. So
Saddle Up, right? That's the country van?
yeah, that's the brand new baby. My relationship to country music is like, it's a spectrum. There are some things like I just detest and do not like. I don't vibe with them at all. They do not resonate with me. They do not speak to me or my experience, and I don't relate to them at all. There's some that like, I can kind of see the appeal. They're cool, but still not for me. Still don't like this. Wouldn't choose this. Wouldn't go out of my way to listen to this. There's some that are kind of in the middle that I'm indifferent about. Like, okay, that's pretty cool. I might listen to that if I'm feeling like it. And then there's some I actually pretty much like. Like, this is pretty cool. I know it's country, but this is the kind of country I can get down with. And there's some that I just love. I just adore. Like, I would go and listen to this. And oftentimes, the stuff that lies in this realm of the part of the country music that I like, I usually like it because it kind of defies genre rules. I like pretty vocal harmonies. I like odd arrangements. I like just progressive elements, things like that. So that's the kind of stuff I look for in any music. And then if I can find those things, the genre doesn't matter. But yeah, also my brain is having a hard time learning all this stuff because it's so much music, and because of the genre it's in, my brain resists it. I'm like, hey man, I know, but we have to learn this, and we have to like chart it out. I leave notes for myself in my phone, like because I'm playing the drums here. I don't like chart it out with like a manuscript or like sheet music paper. That would take way too long. So I just kind of write like verbal notes, I describe, like, oh, 4 bars of this. There's a dropout on this beat, and it's all written out. So there's no chart. So that, I have that as enough as a shortcut, and then the rest is just my memory. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, what usually gets me is how does it start? How does it end? What stops are there? What's the feel? What's the tempo? Those 5 things, there you go.